I'm Ajoy Menon, and I'm here to make the case of enterprises leveraging the cloud to go beyond cost, scalability, and efficiency, and use the cloud as a platform for innovation and fundamentally transforming the digital core. At first, let me acknowledge that both digital and clouds have been words been around for a pretty long time. So, what's really changed? Three things. One is over the past 2 years, due to the pandemic and its associated impact, cloud went from good to have for enterprises to an absolute mandate. The enterprise resiliency got tested as never before. Secondly, the word cloud is just not restricted to a scalable, reliant, and secure infrastructure. It has dramatically transformed the discipline of software engineering, data, and artificial intelligence, allowing enterprises to completely reimagine their business processes, supply chain, and customer experience. Thirdly, new technologies like blockchain and metaverse, without a doubt, are going to have a massive impact on enterprises. With these three broad trends, what we believe is that we are seeing a never seen and never experienced opportunity for enterprises to reinvent their businesses and transform the digital core. Let me give you an example that probably all of you would understand. Most of you would have experienced taking a loan from a financial services firm at some stage of your life. And some of you, if you're old enough, would have seen how it has changed over a period of time. It was a cumbersome physical interaction process involving forms, agents, and an underwriting process that took a long time to come to a decision if you're credit worthy or not. Then we got a web interface that mimicked most of these business processes, but it definitely improved the efficiency and the time for making the decision. But imagine the world we live in today, where you can walk into a store and you're interested in buying a television, and the loan is available to you instantly. That would require the same financial services firm to completely reimagine their business processes, and they would have to use cloud as a core platform. Now, let me take it even a step further. Imagine you love cycling and you've joined a online virtual community, and you get to meet like-minded people. You plan trips over the weekends. You get to see the best cycling races. You also get to see products, like cycles and other accessories for you to purchase. And at some stage, you are ready to buy your dream cycle. And imagine that the loan is available to you instantly. For a financial services firm or any firm who wants to actually give that loan, to get to that level of integration requires a complete transformation of the enterprise and a complete reimagination of their own digital customer journeys for their consumers. Now, if this is the picture that I've painted, where are enterprises in their journey? Over the last 18 months, there's been a massive transition underway. And we believe that about what was a 20% amount of workloads in the cloud today, there's about 30 to 40% of the workload in the cloud, depending on which part of the world you're in. According to our cloud continuum research that we published a few months back, we have learned that there are enterprises that are not just using the cloud just as a cost and efficiency play, but looking at it as a platform for innovation. These firms, which we say about 13% of the total amount of firms using the cloud, use cloud in a very different way. What do? They use first the cloud infrastructure layer for reliability, security, and scalability. They have reimagined the data and AI to ask the right relevant questions of consumers. They've written the enterprise applications in a cloud native manner. And lastly, they've completely reimagined their customer experiences. And in doing so, the research shows that they have outperformed their peers by about 4 times to 14 times, depending again on which part of the world that they live in. Now, to build on this and these enterprises that seem ahead, what are they really doing? Let me give you some examples. One such example is of a confectionery manufacturer. Globally, one of the leading players, they have manufacturing facilities in different parts of the world. They discovered in their production lines, they were having wastages. That means the number of candies that they put in a packet. They created a digital twin where they could mirror in the virtual reality world the entire production line, and they could fix the wastage, and they could fix other issues within the entire production line, leading to reduction of wastage and consequently improvement in their operating margin. Imagine you could create digital twins for any business process that is out there. And in this case, particularly, they also allowed the person on the ground next to the production line to make decisions in a real time basis based on real insights. Let me give you another example. In the research report, we talk about IKEA. When the pandemic fueled an online shopping frenzy, IKEA was ready to almost have the ability to do a Black Friday each day. That means they could anticipate and handle huge surges of volume. They could do that because they were laying the digital foundation for many years. But they didn't stop there. They actually were able to convert the stores into fulfillment centers. They were able to introduce click and collect services. Now, for all that to happen, you need to again be able to completely redefine your business processes, and you need to embed artificial intelligence and data and insights and algorithms into almost everything that you really do. Moot question is, if enterprises are going to begin the journey or they're in the journey, what are the key things to ensure success? Now, in our experience, we think there are about four things that are really, really relevant. One is that a big commitment from a culture standpoint on making cloud the bedrock of reinvention. That commitment would mean that the process or the cultural change has to start from the top. The organization should have the ability to break the silos and also embrace a culture of learning. Imagine a retail banking head from the past to the present. The person today should be really having a deep appreciation of the technology, also should have a deep insight on the consumers that they serve today, right? Enabling both of it to really come together. Secondly, it is important before we even start to understand what are the customer journeys that you really want to change? What are the business processes that you really want to reinvent? What are the customer experience that will help you differentiate in the market? Thirdly, it's all about talent. All of you probably are aware about the huge talent shortage out there in cloud skills. It's important that the organization takes a realistic picture about their ability about having the talent and find the right partners if needed who can help them realize their vision and the strategy. Fourthly, and this we say with a lot of importance these days, is there has to be a commitment to compressed transformation. Organizations have to stop thinking in terms of months, but have to think in terms of days. The pace of change to have competitive advantage is dramatically shifted. So old projects that took a long time to deliver really cannot work today. Today, the technology foundational capabilities are there to deliver things really, really quickly. It's a whole concept of Lego blocks that you need to bring together to really address the market that you have there. Cloud is just not a play about cost, efficiency, and scalability, but it can be the key driver for enterprise reinvention and transformation of the digital core. Thank you.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.